What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. You are tuned in to another Mental Champion Monday. And today's topic has no title. We just jumping right into it, talking about a couple things that's going on. We're going to discuss the Kanye interview, some of the things that's going on with Travis Scott, and just the world today. So before we get into today's discussion, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Also, click that notification bell so that you're notified anytime we drop a video. Let's go. So something that's been talked about in the media and some of the things that happened this past weekend is we've had a Kanye West interview and then a Travis Scott tragedy, to say the least, okay? And so this is something that I want to talk about. These are two different things that I want to come on here and talk about this week just because of the lessons that they bring into what we talk about every Monday. That's being a mental champion. And from the Kanye West interview, I think it was a phenomenal interview. I would say a recent fan of him just because I went to Donda and I had that amazing experience, which was something totally different for me. And there I was able to understand his creativity. I was able to understand him as an artist, him as a person, and the different things that he is trying to do in today's world to help people succeed, to help people find the best version of themselves, and it's just to help everyone be as great as they can be. So I listened to this interview and I watched it, and it's 2 hours long, so I had to listen to it in parts. And the main thing that stuck out to me, one of the main things that he said, because he made a lot of great valid points, but one of the main things that he said was, we need to take away words such as should, could, would, going to, and insert the word will. And we do that, we create willpower. And you know, on these Mental Champion Monday series, I talk a lot about manifestation and being in tune with your positive thoughts and being in tune with your positive talk. And I think that changing and substituting those words brings so much more power to what you're trying to achieve. It changes the narrative. It changes the confidence that you get as a person. When you say something like, I could do that, or I would do that, it seems so very hopeful that you almost are unsure if you can even accomplish that. But when you change it to, I will do that, I am going to do that, it creates this confidence in you, this power that tells yourself, okay, I'm going to get this done. And it helps you believe in yourself a little bit more. It helps you want to work harder to make that happen because you already said that you would. And you know, once you say something, once you put it into the air, the actions that you put behind that will determine whether or not how true that becomes, if that really becomes your reality or something that you just think about from time to time. But when you change that narrative to say, I will do something, I am going to do something, that confidence is what's going to lead you to achieving that. And when he said that, it really resonated with me because I'm like, I felt what he said instantly, like right away. I felt the power of just hearing him say, change the word, and thinking about it more as a willpower kind of thing. And I talk about a lot, changing the narrative and changing how you talk to yourself, but he literally gave a visual. He gave a specific that really allows you to insert willpower into your life just by changing the word to will. And I think that's very powerful. And I thank him for saying that in the interview because it really goes with the message of being a mental champion. It really goes with the message of believing in yourself. And those are things that is needed for you to become a mental champion. That is something that you need to adjust in the mind to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Putting that willpower, putting that confidence in yourself is going to radiate and give confidence to others. It's going to help uplift other people just by you simply changing a word, just by changing the narrative, which goes into this Travis Scott tragedy that happened. So recently he has been on his tour titled See You on the Other Side, and it was taking place in Houston. And you know, he promotes rage in his music. He promotes the different things that happens at his concerts. And I think the biggest thing that we can take away from the Travis Scott tragedy of the Travis Scott situation is just to make sure that you are doing the things that you want to do. Make sure that you are being responsible, and make sure that you care about yourself enough to make sure that everybody around you is being taken care of. I know right now he's getting a lot of backlash, and they're talking about canceling him and things like that just based on different beliefs. And I'm not for or with the beliefs. I'm remaining very neutral right now. But what I do want to say is make sure that you're doing that information because it's something that you believe in. Make sure that you are taking this stand because it's something that you believe in, not what is being brought to you. We have to be able to do our own research. We have to be able to be more mindful of the things that are going on around us and what could potentially happen. Don't be so naive to the world. Don't be so naive to think that, okay, this wouldn't happen to me or this couldn't happen to me, because anything is possible. Anything really can happen, but as long as you stay on the positive track, as long as you think positive things, as long as your actions and intentions are positive, you're going to get those results back. You're going to be taken care of, but you got to make sure that you put that into the world. You got to make sure that you feed that information and feed that knowledge to people who are listening and people who are paying attention. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, he talks about rage in his music. He talks about partying and tearing things up, and I'm a Travis Scott fan, so I'm not somebody that's bashing him. I'm telling you from somebody who actually listens to his music and someone who considers him one of my favorite artists. He talks about these kind of things, and it's like people are adapting it and they're taking it and they're applying it to the things that he's saying, and it may not be in the way that he meant. That's not totally his fault. And the reason why this video was just so impromptu, it was just so had no topic, I just knew what I wanted to talk about just because of the two different things that I actually watched and was able to do some research about this weekend. And it's just crazy how much what you do affects the world. It's so crazy how much of what you say can change somebody's life, can inspire somebody, or can change somebody in a negative way and make them think a certain way and have them practice certain things. And it just shows how powerful we are as people, how powerful our voices are. It shows how powerful our thoughts are. So we want to make sure that we're being the best people that we can be down here. We want to make sure that we are really taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of others. We want to make sure that we're pushing towards our goals every day. We got to realize that, yes, it's going to cause sacrifices. Yes, we're going to lose friends. Yes, we're going to gain success. Yes, we're going to fail. We have to be okay with that and know that I'm here being the best person that I can be. I'm here being a vessel. I'm here trying to teach. I'm here to inspire, and make sure that we're leading the lives that we want to inspire people. And I know this video is all over the place, but it was just so much that I actually had time to kind of sit down and watch the interview and then research what happened with Travis Scott. And it was just crazy how much that consumed the weekend, that consumed the media, that consumed the news. And whether you take both of them being a positive or negative, there's learning experiences in both of those. And that's what the main point is, that I want to make sure that every time I say something, every time I drop a video, every time I make a post, that somebody's taking something positive from it and being able to better themselves and better the people around them and better this world. That's my purpose. So that is why I made today's video. I just found that out, that I want to share a little bit of my purpose and why I think having purpose is so powerful and so influential in today's world. So if you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all on the next one.